Welcome to Entrepreneur Unlimited, a podcast where I share all things entrepreneurship and creative ventures. I like to be really honest about the ups, the downs, and everything in between. And today I'm talking about acceptance and how acceptance is changing my business. I used to think success was all about strategy. Work harder, plan harder, avoid mistakes, and that if I just did everything right, I'd get to where I wanted to go. And I definitely give clients and my community network students the same advice, right? Plan, keep going. But if you know me, you know that I'm a bit of a perfectionist. I like to work really hard. I want to make sure that I do things right the first time. I don't want to make mistakes when I know that if I put a little bit more effort into it, maybe I can do something properly the first time. I don't have to redo it, right? But that's not really how things work. And in my entrepreneurial journey, I've noticed that the more that I try to plan and do everything perfectly, the more goes wrong. Things are always going wrong. The marketing plan didn't work the way I thought it would. Unexpected expenses kept popping up. Some days no one would walk through my shop's doors. And the harder I tried to fix it, the more I felt like I was sinking and failing. And it was really defeating. It's frustrating, isn't it? When you put everything into your business, everything into your creative venture. And some days it feels like the world is against you. Nobody's tuning in. Nobody's engaging. Sales slow down. The algorithm changes and tanks your engagement and reach. Clients cancel contracts at the last minute. And then you start to feel like the dream, your goals, everything you're so excited about just starts feeling really impossible. And I don't know about you, but that's when I tend to go into a dark place and shut down and feel like, what the hell am I doing this for? I've been there. I've had weeks where I wasn't sure how I was going to cover payroll. Sometimes I still do. We are in one of the harshest winters in years, and I've closed my shop too many days this year already. So I'm not making sales, which means that somehow I have to cover payroll, right? I have to do some creative banking and figure it out. I've had launches that have completely flopped because maybe I didn't put enough time or effort or thought into them. But I mean, it does happen, but it's, you always want everything that you do to be a super success right away. For a long time, I thought the solution was just to push harder, to maybe somehow outwork my problems or keep doing more. And because of that, I felt like, and still feel sometimes like I'm forcing things to happen. But I have to say that in the last couple of months, I know it's so recent, but really, after doing a lot of reflecting, I started to notice the more I resisted where I was, what was happening, the worse things seemed to get. I definitely go through moments where I give myself grace, but then when bad things keep happening, I am really hard on myself. I'm sure you can relate. So here's the thing that not a lot of people talk about, and I've never really heard it like this. I think I needed to go through it myself, and I've really learned and leaned into it in the last couple of months, but it's not the fancy strategies, it's not the perfect marketing plans, or even the amount of effort that I put in, because God knows I put a lot of effort into everything I do, but it's about acceptance. Because here's the truth, things will go wrong all the time, especially when you're trying to carve your own path. Not once, not twice, not 3 times, constantly, weekly, daily, sometimes. It ebbs and flows. And the sooner you accept that, the sooner you stop wasting energy fighting reality and start moving forward anyway. The moment I stopped gripping so tightly to this feeling of failure, and I stopped making every problem mean that I was failing and feeling so defeated, it really is a mindset shift. I actually started seeing solutions. I started to feel lighter. I started trusting that the messiness of all of this was part of the game. As soon as I just let myself breathe, as soon as I focused on the word acceptance, and not just the word, but the feeling of acceptance, and I really leaned into it, I would wake up and things would seem so much clearer and so much lighter. And even though I have moments where I still feel like I don't know how I'm going to get through this, I turn to that acceptance and I automatically feel a shift in my mood and my energy and inevitably the outcome. So when you start to accept things, the good and the bad, the ugly, all of it, you stop blocking opportunities. When you're fixated on that mindset of, oh my God, this shouldn't be happening, you miss the doors opening right in front of you. So instead of panicking, maybe you're asking yourself, okay, I have to regroup. What's the next move? What can I eliminate? What can I add? What can I stop doing? What can I start doing? What can I keep doing? If you're focused on the bad, if you're focused on the restrictive feelings, you're focused on the resistance, it's really hard to see a path forward. Leaning into acceptance helps you enjoy the process again and find that spark and joy again, because you're accepting that things will be hard, but you will come out the other side. Success isn't about just waiting for things to be easy. It's about learning to thrive even when they're not. So if you're relating to this, here's my challenge for you. Think about something in your business or your creative journey that's stressing you out. And instead of resisting it, what if you just accepted it? Not as failure, but as a part of the journey, as a lesson, as something that you need to go through to come out the other side. Let me know in the comments, what's one thing you're learning to let go of right now? For me, it's huge knowing that other people are going through the same things, that I'm not the only one. I know that I'm not the only one going through hard things in business. And if I can be a soundboard, a support system, even someone that you just listen to and go, yeah, okay, I'm not alone, then that's what this is for. If that resonated with you, please let me know. I'd love to continue the conversation. Until next time, I encourage you, as I do myself, to lean into acceptance and stop being so hard on yourself. And if no one has told you lately, or you're not feeling like you're at your best, I'll tell you right now that you're doing a great job. Even listening to this, continuing to wake up every day and do what you do, you're doing a great job. Keep going.